Hi there, Sue Wilson. I have a lovely, clean and simple card today, and I want to share these new 3D embossing folders with you too. They're really, really pretty. I'll show you what we'll be using in today's video. First up, we have the Happy Die, which is part of our new Mini Expressions range. And these are really reasonably priced. We've cut back a little bit on the packaging, and they just are the perfect sentiment for any of your cards. Here is the Splendid Garland. Now this is one of the new 3D embossing folder designs, and you get this really, really lovely deep emboss from these. It's beautiful. We have the Climbing Floral Vine, and this is what we're going to be using for our floral element in the card. I've brought in the mini mirrored striplet here, just because we're using the outside frames to kind of just give a little bit of a double edge frame to our floral element. I have the sentiment that I've stamped. I'm going to cut out with one of the stitched flags. And the double stitched rectangles, we're going to be using these to make a really thin frame around our card. Okay. So I think I will start with the embossing. So I'm going to bring in the Splendid Garland folder, and I've got a piece of card that is 5 3/4 by just a hair under 7 inches. Pop that into place. Bring that in. The raspberry adapter plate is all you need. There we go. And you can see the lovely, lovely emboss in this. Isn't that really nice? Look how deep that is. You can see it is absolutely beautiful. Love that. Okay, so I've got one I've done earlier, and I've prepared a frame to go around it. Now what I've done is I've used some of the double stitched rectangles here, but I wanted just a little bit of an edge, so I used the inside aperture area and cut it just a little bit larger around it. So I've got a very thin multi-layered frame on this one. Put mounting foam on the back, so I'm going to raise that up and get some lovely dimension off of it. We'll just pop that right down. Let's see if I can line that up just about perfectly. There we go. Set this over to the side. And I'm going to bring in my backing here. We've done just a white on white, and I'm going to use a little bit of tape on this since it's already quite dimensional. Get one on either side. There we go. Put that right inside of our pierce line there. We can work up from that. So here are the background pieces from the mirrored striplet. The outer one has got some really pretty piercing on it, and the inner one is plain. So I've added mounting foam on the back. So we're just going to layer both of these up, and that will give us a really, really pretty frame for our floral element. So first thing we want to do is cut one of these in green. That's going to be our base piece. And then I've done another one in a pale pink. So I'm going to go ahead and put the green one down. So I'm going to just use a little spray glue. And it's just a hair longer, so it kind of will go from edge to edge on this. There we go. Pop that in place, give that a second to set up. And on the pink one, what we need to do is just cut away the flower pieces on this. So what I'm going to do, I'll do them individually here. I'm going to add them with a little bit of glue. So we're doing kind of a paper piecing, but we're going to be doing it rather than having fall away pieces, we're going to be using actual pieces of the design. So that will go right in place over that one. Let me get a pokey tool here, and we'll line that up really nicely. There we go. Okay, and we've got 3 more flowers here, so I'll do the 2 smaller ones first. And we're going to just nip away from that swirl area. Put a little bit of glue on the back of this one. get into all those little fine areas. And even if you get a little bit of glue off that, don't worry, it does dry perfectly clear. There we go. Give that a second to set up. Okay, we have the two more open flowers now. So what you want to do is just sort of follow the line of the petal around. In fact, if it's easier, you can nip this apart like this and this, so you can hold it in your hand a bit. There and there. So you can't even tell that it hasn't been die cut like that. Bit of glue in the center, around the edge. Get all those little bits, and let me just get this last little part of the petal here so we stick it down really nice. There we go. Pop that directly over the base piece. Okay, and the last flower. So I'm going to cut up a little bit where the stem is, nip away the rest of that, and that. And that. So we've got just these pieces here to tidy. So I'm going to go around there and cut into the stem a little bit and the last piece right here. There we go. So you've got a nice little flower. In fact, I'm going to do just a tiny little tidy there. Catch that little corner. There we go. Okay, and a bit more glue on this one. You could even do these flowers in different colors if you wanted to really have kind of a multi-colored floral stem, be very pretty. It would just require cutting it a few more times. Now this one's a little trickier because you just have to line up the right ones. That looks like it goes about like that. There we go. Isn't that pretty? So now I've got a beautiful floral element there with two colors on it. I'm going to pop that onto the card off to the side like this. Done a sentiment here. So I'm going to use the Happy from the mini expressions, and I've cut this a couple of times out of the pink, so I'm going to just use a little spray glue. There we go. Pop that on right about like that. Give that a second. In fact, I tell you what, I'm going to put a little glue on that because we've got that 3D embossing there. Let's make it a little bit stronger. In fact, I'll give that a second to set up and we'll die cut this. Bring back my cutting plates. I've got the word birthday, so I've got the Happy mini expression and the birthday stamped. I'm going to use the stitch flag here. I'm going to tape it into place, just about like that. Give it a quick cut. Okay, oops. And a little bit of mounting foam, I think will do the trick on this one. Pop that on. So I'm going to catch the edge of this right underneath there, so it looks like it's coming out from my striplet, and we will put the Happy above that. Just like that. That into place. Move that in just a tiny bit. There we go. Let me give you a quick measurement. The overall size on this is 7.5 inches by 8 3/4. And there you have it, a very clean and simple card. I hope you've enjoyed today's video. Don't forget, look for us on our YouTube channel, and if you subscribe, you'll get an email when we post new videos.